Hello everybody, welcome back.
If I'm a little salty in this video, excuse me because I wanted french fries with my dinner and I thought we still had some, but Sarah said we didn't, and so she gave me tater tots. And so I'm never gonna forget or forgive. No.
There's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned tater tot. I made a little mistake, but
I wanted the fries. Okay, I wanted the freaking fries.
This happened a couple hours ago. We had dinner and we're recording at night, and she has not forgiven me since then. If Sarah's a little sassy, we know why. But exciting video today. Timestamps down below because there's no real connection through all three of these stories, but the connection is there, all exciting.
I trusted you, Sarah. I trusted you to tell me. Okay, back to the video.
But some good news for us Americans, maybe a little sad for the Dutch viewers, but exciting news. LILY YOHANNES has decided to represent the United States of America, and exciting. I mean, this is great news for the U.S. women's national team. It's a great news for America after some pretty bad days for America, but this is a great news. Sarah's going to read the headline.
LILY YOHANNES opts to represent United States over the Netherlands. Ajax star LILY YOHANNES has officially opted to represent the United States women's national team, the 17-year-old announced in a social media post on Monday. YOHANNES was eligible for both the U.S. women's national team and Netherlands, as she has lived in the European nation since she was 10 years old, but has now chosen to play for Emma Hayes' team. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the United States and Dutch football federations for their unwavering support and patient guidance as I made my decision regarding my international future, YOHANNES said in the post. Their dedication and encouragement has been invaluable, and I extend my heartfelt thanks to both federations. After much consideration, I have decided to commit to represent my country, the United States. The U.S. is my homeland, my birthplace, and where my extended family resides.
So that is the official statement. She was born in Virginia. She's American. In this article, it says she's lived in the Netherlands since she was 10. It's so excited for the United States. You know, she plays in the midfield. The midfield is the United States' the weakest part of their game. They need all the midfield talent in the world because that is where they are lacking. Overall, I would say that the talent pool is the least deep in that area. So having LILY decide to play for United States is exciting. And
how much did they have to pay to get her to do that, you know?
Well, based on what I've seen online, I saw people's opinion, going online that, United States really courted her, said, hey, play for us. This is why you should. And from what I read, the Netherlands weren't quite as forward and saying, please come play with us. I think, United kind of won her over. Also, Emma Hayes playing, being the coach is always exciting. People want to play for Emma Hayes. And I don't know, maybe if they get paid more in the United States. Hey, and if you get paid for, you get to represent the country, your home country.
I'd love it if two countries were fighting over me.
Exactly. Some comments I just see from Instagram. Some great news on a Monday. So you'll be playing against Netherlands this December, which is interesting because the United States have a friendly against Netherlands in December. So will she play her first game? Will she play the first game, her deciding to officially represent the United States against the Netherlands? That should be interesting. And then I see someone said, finally some good news for Americans. There's been some bad news. And then I saw this really funny comment saying, we won a swing state. Great news. Which my almost joke was, is she sure she wants to come over right now?
I know. Part of me was like, go to the Netherlands. That seems more attractive.
At least for right now. But so and that kind of gives you just pause to say, hey, we still have a lot of things going and super excited. Okay, so that was the first news. So we went from very good news, happy news, to this is upsetting news. Upsetting for the players, the fans, people who want honest sport. But officially, Bev Priestman is out of Canada, which is weird because I thought she was out 6 months ago. But I'm going to read the headline.
Probe reveals Canada women's soccer coach directed, approved, and condoned illegal filming. Canadian women's soccer team coach Bev Priestman will not be back after an independent report into the drone spying scandal at the 2024 Summer Olympics found that Priestman and an assistant coach directed, approved, and condoned the actions used to film opposing teams' teams' training sessions. Canada Soccer revealed the findings of the report on Tuesday, which came to the conclusion that the use of drones to film other teams was a symptom of an unacceptable past culture within the national teams. Quite simply, while players on the national teams performed admirably, cultural standards and management of the programs dating back several years fell short of expectations, Canada Soccer CEO Kevin Blue and President Peter Augurso said. As part of the release of the redacted findings, Canada Soccer said Priestman and 2 other team officials would not return to coach. That pisses me off.
Yeah, it's upsetting. And right there, it said some of the reports was redacted. Because my question is, they said they found evidence of the drone from the Olympics with the New Zealand, playing New Zealand. My question is, and it wasn't in this article, is that the only spying that they officially found? Was there spying when they won the gold medal? You know, what? How much more spying was happening? Are we ever going to find that out? And you know, this is serious. And to find that Bev Priestman is the one who, what did it say? It said she directed and approved and condoned illegal filming. That's really upsetting, you know, for people who want honest sport. Some would say, hey, it's happening every single day, every day right now. She just got caught. And that could be true too, but it's upsetting.
Because to actually direct it, approve it, and condone it, put your seal of approval on it, say, okay, yeah, sounds good, send in 5 more drones or whatever. Like, what?
Well, and it's funny, you know, the whistleblower was the New Zealand case. Now, I'm sure it happened before New Zealand, but to spy on New Zealand, get caught, and have this be the snowball from that's kind of embarrassing.
I like New Zealand.
And then someone said on Instagram, good, the players deserve better. So sad this happened. Then, like I said at the beginning of this segment, I said, wasn't she fired already? And then how did it take this long? And then I think some of the idea is maybe there was an investigation, and then without the investigation, then she wouldn't have been officially fired, I guess. And then right here it says they have no, okay, someone says, okay, and then someone says, pretty sure more countries do this than just Canada. Canada just got caught. Bev Priestman has been an excellent coach. While I understand why she is being fired, I have no doubt she is taking the fall for something. Everyone at Soccer Canada knew this was happening. Yeah, and that could be true. But if they were all part of it, you know, maybe you do have to clean house. Bev Priestman, definitely, if she knew about it, she was the head coach. She could have stopped it, possibly.
Honestly, probably came with the position. You know, they're like, okay, this is what you're gonna do as head coach, whatever. If
you don't do this, then you're gonna be out, and you know, whatever. And then also people are talking about the gold medal from 2020. Apparently, that's up to the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. That's kind of decided that way. There's other teams are spying, other teams are doing this, I'm sure, and I'm sure. You know, are they going to get caught? But the fact that Bev Priestman is doing this, and I don't know, you think of like, I trusted her, you know? I don't know why I trusted her, but I did.
You should trust her with your kids.
Yeah, exactly. So did everyone see that? And I know we have Canadians who watch our channel. I mean, as a Canadian, I would be pissed off what they did to the players. Even if the players didn't see the film, you put the players to look like they didn't win a medal fairly or win games fairly. And that would piss me off, as the players. Actually, and that whole federation doesn't even pay the players well. I mean, it's a shit show up there. Okay, so going from LILY YOHANNES to Bev Priestman, I should have done the story opposite. I should have gone Bev Priestman, LILY YOHANNES, then this Arsenal story, because the new interim coach of Arsenal, Renée Slegers, we know is Dutch, and she's killing it. I mean, the players are happy. We have a quote from Beth Mead coming up, but it seems like she's really turned this team around with her and with the players. She's given the players confidence. She's letting the players decide. She's giving the players direction, because they had a huge win against Juventus on technically today, the 12th. Huge win, Champions League 4-0 against Juventus. And although Renée Slegers is the story, we had a wild ref on our hands. That's kind of the story of this game, as well as the Arsenal killing it. This ref, I saw commentary online talking about, it looks like her first game she's ever reffed, and she's making reffing look really hard. Now, reffing is really hard, but usually the refs are good enough to where it doesn't look hard. She actually makes reffing look outstandingly hard, incredibly hard.
That sounds wild. I gotta watch these clips.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to put the clips in, but maybe I'll. I guess I'll start here too. I did not know this before I even start talking about it. DAZN has the Champions League games now. A lot of them do play on YouTube, but some of them actually don't play on YouTube. Some of the games you actually have to go to DAZN.com. I'm actually not quite sure, but just Google DAZN.com to go to the official site. You just have to sign up for a free account and you're able to watch the games. I believe in most territories in the States and other territories, but that is one thing I saw a question about, that it wasn't on YouTube, but and they do the replay. So if you go to DAZN.com, sign up for a free account, you can watch the games. Because I was a little confused about that too. So if anyone is wondering about that. But going to this game, we know the problems. They've had problems. But the last game against Brighton in the WSL League, they had an amazing game. So we knew Champions League Tuesday was going to happen against Juventus, a tough team. First half, I'm telling you, this was the half that this ref, I actually think she had a personal vendetta against Caitlin Foord, because not only was she running into people and stuff, every single call was against Caitlin Foord or not. He wasn't given the foul on the people who were fouling her. The ref kept running into the players. She made reffing look hard. It looked like it was her first game. It looked like they just said, it's your turn, with no prep. I don't know. She ran into the players. In the 14th minute, the ref, it hit her ankles. Kind of benign, nothing huge, but the way she was running, sometimes the refs run by the players. She was literally running toward the players, into the middle. It was very strange. And then in the 18th minute, she got in the way of a player you don't want to get in the way of. She got in the way of Katie McCabe. And Katie McCabe was not happy. She kind of lifted her arms. I was like, what the heck? She didn't stop the play or anything, but I think the commenter said Katie was not impressed with the ref.
Did the players give the ref a yellow card?
Yeah, they should have. They should have.
If only they could, right?
And then in the 24th minute, the ref literally, you know, sometimes when people are running and they're running with someone, she literally ran right into the Juventus player. And I don't know if she wasn't looking or if she didn't realize, or if I don't think she purposefully ran into her, but maybe she was an Arsenal fan.
Wow. Just goes to show you. It's hard to stay out of the player's way sometimes. Yeah,
and she made it look hard. Or sometimes you're running, you think you're running straight, but you're actually running on a diagonal. And then she just kind of looked out of sorts. I'm going to read some comments, but then she was not giving the calls. There was a few calls, specifically in the first half. Like in the 36th minute, there was no call on Caitlin Foord, the player who tried to pull her back. Then the commentator said that was a clear pullback. She probably should have had a yellow. And then another one in the 44th minute, the commentator said it was a blatant drag back by Caruso, on Russo. Caruso, on Russo, that rhymes. So even the commentator was not impressed with this ref. I mean, to a point, but he was kind of clear, saying, hey, I don't know about some of these calls. Most of them were going against Arsenal, but at least in the first half. I mostly watched the first half, and most of them were against Caitlin Foord. I don't know why specifically Caitlin Foord was not getting the calls, but it was just this ref, bless her heart. But I don't know if it was her first time. She was young. I don't know. But going back to the game, I mean, that was kind of about the ref. But going back to the game, beautiful goals by Arsenal, 4-0. First goal by Frida MANNUM, who has been killing it. Even the commenter said that was I think he said a cool goal or a cool finish. He called it a cool finish for that Frida MANNUM goal. The way she kind of went diagonal. But then at the very end of the game, 3 goals almost in succession. STINA Blackstenius scored a goal. A laser to the back of the net.
That one burned a hole through the back of the net.
MARIONA in the... Yeah, she does magic with her feet. And it was beautiful. And then another goal pretty much in succession. A goal by Caitlin Foord, who has been killing it recently. She just tapped it in. So, I mean, they look so confident. Renee seems to be a great fit for them right now. And I didn't. I'll be honest. I watched the first half full, but the second half, if the ref was doing anything else wild, I missed it. But I'm sure she was doing more wild things.
Maybe she got better. Yeah. You don't know that.
I'm thinking maybe she got better, or they talked to her and said, "What's going on out there? Do we need to like replace you?"
Hey, give peace a chance, right?
So I don't know if the ref got better. I hope she did, or maybe she was having some type of we're gonna read a comment. Hopefully there was nothing wrong with her, but a lot of people are talking about Renée Slegers. The last 2 games in particular, people have been super excited. Beth Mead even came out with some quotes. Sarah's gonna read this, but she has a lot of good things to say about Renée Slegers.
Slegers, a breath of fresh air at Arsenal. Mead, according to Beth Mead. Arsenal forward Beth Mead says interim manager Renée Slegers has been a breath of fresh air, and she would like her to stay at the club in some capacity. The Gunners are unbeaten in 4 games since the Dutch woman took charge after Jonas resignation last month. The club have said Slegers will remain in the job until at least December. We've obviously worked with Renée for quite a while now in different roles to what she's in now. But I think she's taken to it like a duck to water, said Mead. It's been an easy transition. We know what she gives us, the confidence she gives us. We're playing good football. As individuals and as a collective, we're really happy with what Renée is doing for us right now. She deserves the credit.
So she has the confidence of the players, and
she's a duck.
Yeah, duck water. And I mean, Beth Mead, I already think she didn't like Jonas. I don't think many of the players actually liked Jonas, but Beth Mead specifically didn't like Jonas because of maybe her bay was not treated particularly well there. But she says right there, and to have the input from the players saying, hey, we like her, I think that means a lot. We'll see how much input the players can have officially making the decision. But if they keep performing under Renée, I think that will hold a lot of weight for them to decide who's going to be the final head coach. Now, what Beth also said is have her stay on in some capacity. But being the head coach, if you're winning like this, the head coach, and how can you say no to her being the head coach? Someone so young, fresh, hungry. The players seem to like her. I love it. And does anyone think she looks like DVD, Danielle Van de Donk? I don't know if it's like a Dutch thing, but I think they look a lot alike, especially in this picture right here where Beth is standing next to her. I think it's crazy. I'm sure other people have said that, but I think she really does.
I definitely see it.
I'll go to comments because we'll just do the comments at the end from around the web. Some of these are about the ref and some of these about Renée. But going back to that ref, I'll read some of the funny comments I saw.
How many times ref want to get in the way of the ball? McCabe should have shoved her over. And when their keeper put it over the bar, but was not a corner, and they have some laughy face emojis, face in hand. Oh, I like this one. Bro, what is up with the ref?
Yeah, the Juventus goalie got her fingertips on it, and it was pretty clear, I thought, especially for a ref to kind of know that, and it was not given as a corner, and that, as well as running into Katie and the Juventus player and not getting the calls right, she was doing. Did she know where she was?
Poor ref. I feel bad for her.
I do kind of feel bad for her. And then someone goes, that ref was unbelievable. And then someone goes, it looks like this is the first ever match of the ref. Unbelievable. And then someone goes, the ref is setting a screen like she's playing basketball. Because she kept getting in the way of the players. It was very strange. And then someone said the ref was not okay. Laughy face. And then someone goes, I'm so glad other people agree about the ref. Yeah, this ref was crazy. She wanted to be the ref wanted to be the 12th player. She was a joke. Worst refs I've ever seen. Because we talked about Danielle Chesky. People don't like her reffing, but at least she doesn't hit the refs, run into the players multiple times during the game.
Because that would put a whole new meaning to you got Chesky. Yeah.
It would, because, but I think it goes back to showing how incredibly hard it is actually to be a ref. It's very hard. And this woman, this ref, I'm not quite sure her name is. She made it look very hard to be a ref. So people were kind of, and it was a Champions League game. That's important stuff. Every game is important, but this is the highest level of women's soccer, and you have that. But everyone has an off game. I will say that. Even a ref can have an off game.
We're all only human, or AI.
Yeah. All right. And then some good comments about Renee. Love you, Renee. And then someone goes, Jonas gone equals Arsenal's cooking. And then people said the belief is back. I can see it in them. Renee can be coach. Caldente just changes the game so quickly. What a player. Great performance. The spirit is back. Well done, coaching staff and players and traveling fans. There is a good contingent of Arsenal fans there. Renee should stay. Renee to stay. I mean, people are so pumped. But the belief is back. Their confidence is back, and their excitement for the game. You know, people aren't. And it just takes two. It's just so crazy how quickly the tides can turn, feeling bad to feeling defeated. You know, it's the roller coaster that we talked about last time. The belief and confidence is back. Thank you, Renee. I've seen enough to give Renee pen and paper for the job. So what does everyone think? You know, is Arsenal back? Are they going to win Champions League now? I think they're definitely going to get out of their group for this stage. That won't be decided for another few games. But if they were to win Champions League after getting out, I mean, this is very far ahead. This is, you know, but if they were to win Champions League or get to the final after sacking Jonas and bringing on Renee, I don't know. So many things, so many positives I see coming out of this season. What does everyone think? Also, question, you know, what do you think about LILY YOHANNES? Are you excited? Also, Bev Priestman. Upsetting. I think it happens. I think it's happening a lot. I think she's not, her and the two assistant coaches, they're not the only ones doing it. But some people still have the belief, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. I don't agree with that, but that's a lot of people's opinions too.
This is next level.
Yeah, definitely next level. Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.